You checked analytics this week. Bounce rate is up. Time on site is down. Add to cart is sleeping. So you open the checkout funnel again. You checked shipping options, payment methods, cart abandonment, promo code behavior, all the usual suspects. And there is a good chance the leak is not there. It is sitting before in the journey in the part of the store that most teams set up once, hand over to development and forget until someone complains. Your filters. Most e-commerce teams treat filters like a technical feature. Add color, add size, add price, brand, ship it, move on with your life. That works when you have 40 products and 3 clean attributes. It does not work when you have thousands of SKUs, inconsistent product data, multiple warehouses, technical specifications, mobile traffic, SEO rules, and a buyer who knows exactly what they want but cannot find it. Filters decide whether a motivated buyer reaches a useful product list or gives up and opens another tab, and that makes them a business decision. Hi, my name is Bruno. I'm the Chief Content Officer at Neuralab. We build custom enterprise e-commerce solutions. We've done filters for biotech companies with over 1,000 highly specialized scientific products and also for global industrial tire distributors managing 4,000 SKUs across multiple warehouses. And in every single initial audit we run, we find the same 3 mistakes: the overload problem, the logic trap, and the interaction delay. Mistake number 1. You gave every product attribute a seat at the table. Let's say a buyer lands on a category page with 400 products. They want to rate hoodie, size medium, under 50 euros and available today. Instead, they get 14 filter groups, 3 collapsed drop-downs, and a price slider with no useful presets. They do not email support, they leave, and your analytics shows it as a bounce. The visible problem is the overloaded interface. The real problem usually starts in the product data. If your product attributes are messy, your filters will be messy. You get duplicate values, wrong match counts, strange labels, options that return nothing, products that should appear but do not. When your product data grows, when your attribute structure gets complex, when you have 30 filter dimensions and 5,000 products, the native tools start showing their limits. They can display filters, but they don't automatically understand how your buyers make a decision. The fix has 2 parts. First, clean the data. Standardize attribute names, standardize values, remove duplicates, decide which values are real buyer-facing filters and which ones belong in product specs. Second, rank the filters by buyer intent. The order should match the way the buyer thinks, not the layout your database exports columns. The simple rule is this: keep the decision-making filters visible and move the specialist filters behind advanced controls. When we built the Biotium platform, the catalog had more than 1,000 highly specialized scientific products. Researchers were not browsing for fun. They needed to find the right reagent, antibody, assay kit, or product family based on a very specific use case. So we didn't throw every attribute into a sidebar, but rather built more than 30 advanced filters around actual research decisions. The result was a 65% sales increase in the first 90 days after launch. That is the only job that filters have. Get the buyer from "I think you might have what I need" to "there it is" as quickly as possible. Mistake number 2 is more quiet. It looks like the filters work, they open, they close, the checkboxes check, the URL changes, the page reloads, and then a buyer clicks 2 values inside the same filter group and the whole thing collapses. Here is a scenario. A buyer is shopping for shirts. They want to see red shirts and blue shirts because they have not decided on color yet. They click red, then they click blue, and a good filter system understands this as "show me red shirts or blue shirts." A bad filter system understands this as "show me shirts that are red and blue at the same time." The fix is what we call the hybrid rule. Inside one attribute, use OR logic, so red or blue, size M or size L, Nike or Adidas. And across different attributes, use AND logic, so red and size M, leather and black, width 25 and load index 185. This is how people shop. They compare within a category and then narrow across categories. Then there is the second part of the same problem. A good filter system should not invite the buyer to click into a dead end. If selecting blue after size M will return 0 products, the system should show that before the click. Gray it out, disable it, show the count, suggest a nearby option. Do anything except wait for the buyer to hit a wall and then politely announce that there are no products. Mistake number 3 is interaction delay. This one hurts most on mobile, where a lot of catalog friction stops being mildly annoying and starts becoming expensive. A desktop user has space. They can see the sidebar, they can scan options, they can tolerate a bit of clunkiness. A mobile user has a thumb, a small screen, and a very little patience for a page that jumps every time they tap on something. Question is simple. When someone selects a filter, what happens? Do results update instantly? Instant filtering is the gold standard for consumer e-commerce. Every click is rewarded with immediate feedback. The buyer sees the catalog narrowing in real time. That feedback loop is what keeps attention locked and intent alive. There is one important exception though. In complex B2B catalogs, batch filtering can be a better experience. If a buyer needs to choose 10 or 15 technical parameters before any result is meaningful, instant updates can become irritating. For industrial components, machinery, technical parts, scientific products, an apply button can make more sense. Let them build a full query and then hit apply. The decision is not about which pattern is better. Fashion buyers browse. Technical buyers specify. A sticker shopper might start with color and price, while an acquisition manager might start with compatibility and low rate. The pattern is usually the same. Too many filters, weak logic, slow interaction. If your catalog has grown, your filters cannot stay in launch day mode. The setup that worked when you had 80 products will not automatically work when you have 4,000. At that point, filters become the engine of your e-commerce experience. Get it wrong, and you are paying for traffic that bounces before it converts. Get it right, and you can improve conversion without immediately reaching for more ad spend. We made a practical reference for exactly this problem, the Neuralab design handbook in Figma. It covers filter component patterns, placement logic, also zero result states and attribute data structure, and industry-specific approaches for fashion, B2B, SaaS, travel, and real estate. It's free. Open it, duplicate it, steal the useful parts. The link is in the description below. So before you spend another week staring at your checkout funnel, go one step earlier. Open your category page. Pick a real buying scenario. Try to narrow the catalog from 4,000 products to 12 useful options. If that takes too long, returns nonsense, or ends in zero results, your filters are not helping the buyer. They are quietly asking them to leave. And most buyers are very polite about that. They just will.